she will participate before the proper court, before the body that has jurisdiction to try the case against her. So the Constitution says, Section 3, Paragraph 6, Article 11, that it is the Senate that shall have sole power to try and decide all cases of impeachment.
Defense team ni Vice President Inday Sara Duterte, sinagot po ang mga walang kwentang hearing ng Committee on Justice diyan sa Kamara laban po kay Vice President Inday Sara Duterte impeachment. Muling nanindigan po ang defense team na walang jurisdiction po ang Committee on Justice sa impeachment laban kay Vice President Inday Sara sa ginawa ho nilang proceedings na nagmistulang korte ang mga animal. Na ayon po sa kanila, tanging Supreme Court lamang ang makapag-request ng kanilang mga hinihiling. Kagaya po ng salin na pinasubpina yung salin, pinasubpina yung dokumento ng NBI, pinagsubpina yung sa confidential funds, anak ng kagwang, no? Overpower na po ito, grave abuse of discretion na ho ito, na tsak, babagsak na naman sa Korte Suprema itong reklamo ng mga animal na mga buhaya na impeachment labang kay Inday Sara. Again, hindi pa po malinaw ang articles of impeachment ng mga hungang dahil wala nga po silang ebidensya dahil ito lumalabas na fishing expedition. Magandang gabi po sa ating lahat. Pa-like po muna, pa-share, pa-subscribe at pakipindot po ang inyong mga notification bell para lagi po kayong updated sa ating mga video. At syempre, Bisdak, historiador, pa-subscribe, reserve channel ko po yan. Minsan magla-live ako dyan. Alam nyo po mga kabisdak kung sino po ang nakapanood ng hearing kanina dyan sa Committee on Justice sa Kamara, talagang maliwanag po ito ay fishing expedition. Wala pong ebidensya ho sila. At ang gusto po nilang mangyari ay mangingisda ho sila. Baka sakali mabitag si Vice President Inday Sara at bumigay ho ito. Tama nga lang ho na hindi sumipot ang Vice President Inday Sara Duterte at ang kanyang defense team dahil hindi na po kailangan. Dahil ang kailangan lang naman ho na pagdesisyonan ay kung ito ay isasalang na ho nila sa plenaryo at iakyat na po nila sa Kongreso. Ano pa ba ho yung ginagawa ng mga animal na ito? Hindi sabi nga ho nila sufficient in form, sufficient in substance, sufficient in ground. So ngayon, nakapag-desisyon sila, wala palang ebidensya, ang gagawin, fishing expedition. Kaya naman ho, pagkatapos po ng hearing ng mga buhaya, sinagot agad po ng kampo ni Vice President Inday Sara ang mga banat ng mga kagwang. Narito po ang press-con ng defense team ni Inday. Pakinggan natin.
I'm Sheila. That's right. I confirm that the defense team sent a letter addressed to Representative Luistro, the chairperson of the Committee on Justice. This was dated March 24, 2026. This letter was sent in response to the invitation extended to us by the committee. Just so there is context to the letter that we sent, even as we had observed from the hearing that was conducted earlier, that this letter was also tackled by the committee. We will just read the pertinent portion so that the public is also informed of the reason or the reason stated in this letter on why the respondent and the defense team did not participate in the hearing today. So under these circumstances, and considering the public statements made by the chairperson, it appears that the committee intends to conduct a trial. However, with due respect, the Constitution vests the authority and power to conduct trial solely in the Senate. And this is clear and explicit in Section 3, Paragraph 6, Article 11 of the 1987 Constitution, which, as you know, states that it is the Senate that shall have the sole power to try and decide all cases of impeachment. The Constitution is thus clear. It is only the Senate that can conduct trial in all cases of impeachment. While Section 3, Paragraph 2, Article 11 allows the committee to conduct a hearing for purposes of submitting its report to the House of Representatives within 60 session days from referral, the same does not give the committee any power or jurisdiction to conduct any form of trial, whether mini or full-blown, much less receive and try any evidence. That impeachment rules must be compliant with the Constitution is made clear in Francisco versus House of Representatives, wherein the Supreme Court declared Section 16 and 17 of Rule 5 of the Rules of Impeachment Proceedings adopted by the 10th Congress unconstitutional. And in doing so, the Supreme Court aptly reminded it is basic that all rules must not contradict the Constitution, which is the fundamental law. In light of these, while the invitation for the respondent and counsel to participate in the committee's speedy trial is well noted, we cannot, however, do so at this point on the ground that the committee and or the House of Representatives, as well as any of its members, lack jurisdiction to conduct any form of trial or exercise any of its incidents. Absent such jurisdiction, any attempt to proceed in the nature of any form of trial or to invoke powers ancillary to it is unconstitutional. Consequently, the respondent puts on record her objection to any requests, motions, or similar efforts aimed at obtaining or fishing for supposed evidence through processes that necessarily presuppose the existence of lawful authority and jurisdiction under the Constitution, which in this case is absent. As timely stated in the appearance and consolidated answer both made at Cotelam, the respondent does not waive any jurisdictional or other objections she has to these proceedings, nor her right to seek the appropriate legal remedies. Nonetheless, she is prepared to meet the charges against her before the proper jurisdiction.
Dali na naman dito ang mga buhaya. Yung jurisdiction na naman ngayon ang kini-question ng kampo ni Vice President Inday Sara dahil nga naman maliwanag pa sa sikat ng araw na hindi po pwede mag-conduct po ng trial itong mga buhaya dyan sa Kongreso. Dahil ang pwede lang po mag-trial ay yung impeachment court dyan sa Senado. Iyak na naman ang mga animal. Tuloy natin
Sir, actually, it's a wonderful from TV5. Natapos na po yung hearing ng Committee on Justice and there were several motions po na natakin sa hearing where they want to issue subpoena doon sa mga ilang dokumento, katulad sa mga financial transactions, IDR, even yung attorney po ang kasama doon sa pinasabina. We need to get their action on that. And ano po yung magiging tabo ng defense team since ito nga, may mga hinihiling na yung committee na mga dokumento na mapresenta o mamatakin doon sa papel.
Thank you. Una-una sa lahat, I guess I have to address yung subpoena that was issued against myself. I will wait for the subpoena. Titingnan ko kung may laman ng subpoena, but definitely I'm willing to attend. Wala akong any intention to evade having to attend before the Committee on Justice. Although I must say, I was monitoring the hearings. In fact, that's why hindi kami nag-start until matapos yung hearings out of due respect na rin to the Committee on Justice. I was a bit surprised because I think the ground stated there was that I was the one in charge of the accomplishment reports, etc., which obviously the facts and documents would show that it was not me. But nonetheless, I don't see any point in that hearing, so I will definitely abide by the subpoena, subject to, of course, titignan natin kung ano naman. Pagdating naman doon sa mga ibang subpoena that will be issued for the documents, I think it is our job as counsels to look first at ano yung scope ng subpoena and to see kung naayon ba sa batas yung pag-issue ng subpoena. Sheila, is there anything you wanted to add?
In addition to what Mike had said, I think the portions of the letter that I had read earlier would answer that question. So right now, what is clear is that we have questions on the jurisdiction of the committee to conduct any form of trial. And if you had noticed also from the letter, we had stated that it's not only the conduct of the trial, but also the exercise of any and all considered its incidents to it, which includes, of course, the issuance of any compulsory process. I cannot tell you yet how the defense would meet the orders given today at the committee hearings or how we will specifically respond to those. But we are making clear that we are questioning the jurisdiction of the committee to conduct this form of trial, whether it is something that they may have or some members of the committee may have referred to as a mini trial or as a form of hearing. But we have a fundamental question on the jurisdiction, and that fact has been made clear in the letter that we had sent to the chairperson of the committee.
Salamat po, Mike. Ang clarification po ng chairperson o sa members of the committee na ito daw po ginagawa nila is like not like a mini trial but like preliminary investigation kung ikukumpara doon sa usual na legal process na ginagawa. At ang sabi po para po kay Representative De Lima, parang disrespectful na po na hindi humarap si Vice President Sara Duterte para personally ipaalam o i-lay down ka ng mga rason kung bakit hindi siya dahil or naharap na dito sa papel. Thank you.
Right, thank you. So you have two questions, right? Number one, that you want us to react to the statement that what the committee is conducting is not a trial, but is allegedly a preliminary investigation. Number two, you also want us to react to the statement of Representative De Lima to the effect that the non-appearance of the respondent.
So ayan, si Michael Pua ay talagang hindi naman siya natatakot sa subpoena yan at dadaluho siya, willing siya pumunta. Itong mini trial, hugas kamay na ang mga buhaya dito. Sila naman yung nag-announce sa publiko na magkakaroon sila ng mini trial dyan sa Kongreso, sa Committee on Justice. Galing po mismo yan sa bunganga ni Luis Tro, di ba, Jim Kay? So ngayon, tunutanggi na kayo na hindi ito mini trial, ito ay preliminary investigation. Hindi rin yan po pwede. Dahil ang magkakaroon lang ng preliminary investigation ay sa korte lang, hindi kayo korte. Complainant kayo. So ngayon dapat kayo ay may ebidensya kayo tungkol sa impeachment labang kay Inday Sara. Wala kayong ebidensya, so ngayon mag-mini trial kayo para magkaroon ng facing expedition. Maglalabas ng mga ebidensya. Papalabasin nyo ng mga dokumento ang kampo ni Inday Sara. Si Raulo naman, ang kampo ni Inday Sara, kung maglabas ng mga ebidensya nila, hindi naman po ito ang tamang venue, kundi ang impeachment court. Tuloy po natin.
At the committee hearing today is allegedly a disrespect. Let me respond to the second one before I go to the first one. We regret that that's how the good representative feel, but he also had very clearly in our letter, and we put intentions because it is our duty as lawyer to put the defense, best defense available for our client. And at this point, we really feel, or we believe, that the committee really has no jurisdiction to
Mhm.
conduct any form of trial.
Correct.
There was no disrespect intended because, in fact, we had responded to the invitation that was extended to us, signed by the chairperson of the committee, and we had submitted this even before the committee hearing today. So we don't know, we don't understand how that could be a form of disrespect. And let me address your question on the statement that what is being done at the committee level is a preliminary investigation. They may be referring to the comparison of the committee level proceeding as akin to a preliminary investigation. However, if you have taken note of the past statements by members of the committee, and this is not even something that we said or stated, the term mini trial did not come from the defense.
Correct.
The term mini trial came from members of the committee. And in fact, you only have
Kay Luistro po yan, kay Luistro at saka kay yung hinayupak na galing-galingan na ridon. Ngayon atras abanti ng mga animal. Tuloy oh.
you have to look properly in the internet or search them yourselves to know that there have been statements to this effect that what the committee will do is sort of a mini trial.
Mm.
And so our response to that is, given that the Constitution only vests the power and authority to conduct trial in the Senate, then the House of Representatives or any of its committees cannot do that. And I think this is very clear also in the Duterte ruling, both in the 2025 and 2026 decisions of the Supreme Court, that constitutional parameters with respect to the conduct of the entire impeachment proceedings should always be complied with, especially given that it's not only a purely political proceeding, it is also a legal proceeding, and therefore must comply with the fundamental law. And what is our fundamental law? Our fundamental law is the Constitution. You don't even have to write it into any contracts or agreements or any rules. It's being written in every rules, in every contract. That's how fundamental the objection of the respondent is to the committee proceedings.
Hanak oh. Tibag na naman ang mga hinayupak nito. Dali na naman sa Supreme Court itong mga buhaya, mga malitagang na nagaling-galingan. Iiyak na naman si Luistro, pati si Koke. Nay, sayang na naman ang bayad sa inyo. Tuloy oh.
In asserting that constitutionality of the House jurisdiction over the impeachment complaint, what are we trying to achieve here? Are we trying to stop the House hearing? Or have we made any legal move na ipahintulo? Or it's just a mere position of the defense team?
Well, for now, that's really the position of the defense team. Unconstitutional yung nangyaring proceedings. Diba?
Mhm.
Ngayon, ang tinitingnan natin, ang sinasabi talaga natin dito, just to simplify things, sa Constitution, very clear naman yung nakasulat. Number one, ang initiation ng impeachment proceedings that belongs to the House, that's the exclusive power of the House. We're not contesting that. But, pagdating sa trial, that power exclusively belongs to the Senate. Napaka-clear niyan. Kaya ang sinasabi lang namin dito, is hindi naman pwede dito sa pag-initiate lang ng proceedings, ay nagkakaroon na ng tinatawag na namin ng mini-trial. At again, kaklarin ko lang, i-emphasize ko lang yung sabi ni Atty. Sheila, hindi po sa amin nanggaling yung term na mini-trial. Yan po ay galing sa mga statements ng either Committee of Justice or even other personalities. So hindi po sa amin nanggaling yan. That's why we're contesting it. Ngayon, ano ba ang trabaho para sa amin ng Committee of Justice? At least sa aming pananaw, and again, with all due respect to the members of the committee and the committee itself, ang trabaho po ay to determine, sabi nga nila, kung ito ay iaakit na sa plenaryo at iaakit na eventually sa Senado. So ang parati namin sinasabi, kahit sa previous interviews ko, ang gagawin lang naman is to evaluate the complaints and the evidence at hand. Kung ano yung mga naka-attach na evidence siya doon sa complaint. So yung pagpapatawag ng mga witnesses and all those things, asking for documents, that goes well and beyond, diba? Yung evaluation na kung ito ay dapat mapunta na sa plenaryo at sa ganun ay maiakit na sa Senado. So sa ngayon, are we going to question this? Kasi I think that was your question talaga. Of course, that possibility is always there. Diba? But hindi po namin magsasabi ng anything categorical. Ito ay dapat pag-usapan hindi lang namin, pero pati na ng aming kliyente. At titingnan natin kung anong mangyari. That's why we have been monitoring these proceedings from day one. And then, we'll let you know kung meron na kami decision po ito.
Dali kayo ngayon sa Supreme Court na naman. Bakit pa kasi ayaw na idiretso sa plenaryo? Bakit nagkaroon pa kayo ng mini trial dyan? Anak ng kagwang feeling mga abugago. Piring mga abugaga. Dali na naman. Tuloy, attorney.
So, sir, follow up. Since you are acknowledging that the House of Representatives can initiate the impeachment trial, the impeachment proceedings, bakit dun po sa process na yun, we're not attending doon sa mga invitations ng House of Representatives? And follow up is, are we surely attending the Senate hearing once it prospers, na case prospers?
Number one, dun sa tanong niyo po, it's not just we're acknowledging, that's clearly stated naman in the Constitution kasi talagang exclusive power to initiate impeachment proceedings. Why are we not attending? I think it was clearly stated in our letter. It's because we are objecting. There's a fundamental objection to the proceedings itself because for us this goes well and beyond what is contemplated within initiation of impeachment proceedings. As to the Senate, wala pa tayo doon, no? Kung dumating man doon, talaga namang kami naman ready na sagutin. Parati naman namin sinasabi, ready natin sagutin ang mga aligasyon laban sa Vice Presidente sa tamang forum. And at sa atin, pagdating sa pagkakaroon ng trial, whether mini trial or full trial, that is not in the House, but that's actually the Senate.
Dali ng mga animal. Ito ha, baka sasabihin na naman, sagutin nyo na lang, bakit ang dami yung chichiburitsi? I-bloodbath nga ho Siyempre, unahin muna yung legality. No? Legalidad ng proceeding, legalidad ng mga ginagawa ng Committee on Justice, kung sumusunod ba sila sa batas, sumusunod ba sila sa konstitusyon. Kasi dito po talaga mag-uumpisa. Kaya nga may mga abogado dahil legalidad ang ano dito, kini-question, yung technicality. So ngayon, mateknikal na naman kayo, mangiiyak na naman, agay ko. Tuloy oh.
Look, sir, kanina po yung labas ng statement si Vice President Sami Duterte, sinabi na ang gagawin na pag-inig ko sa nagwapag ng ay isang fishing expedition. Pero po natin, ipaliwanag ko bakit ito na sabi ng President.
Well, again, I have to premise my answer with I'm no longer the spokesperson of the Vice President, so napakahirap naman na maglagay ng salita, no? O mag-interpret ng kanyang mga sinasabi. But at least based on our conversations, nakita naman natin, yun naman talaga ang posisyon natin when you evaluate these impeachment complaints. The evaluation must solely remain with the complaints and the pieces of evidence attached. Ngayon, if you will go beyond the evidence attached and start asking for documents left and right, when our first argument nga, kung matatandaan nyo, is wala man lang ultimate facts, yung complaints. And then yung mga naka-attach na ebidensya, wala rin naman doon na nagsasabi o nagpapatunay na may krimen na kagad na nangyari. And so if you go beyond that, that is what we're saying na fishing expedition. Malamang yun na rin ang pinaparating ng ating Vice Presidente. Pangalawa, katulad ng mga issue na nilabas sa kanyang salin, doon sa desisyon ng Supreme Court sa Duterte versus House of Representatives, malinaw na nakasaad doon na ang impeachable offense ay yung mga offense na allegedly na-commit ng impeachable official within his or her term. At malinaw naman doon sa pinakita na karamihan doon sa hinihing documents ay not within his or her
Vice Mayor pa lang.
Vice President in this case. So, marahil
Kaya nga, ito ha, dali na naman sila dito sa jurisdiction. Mantakin mo ha, inireklamo nila si Inday Sara ng impeachment, ang pinag-uusapan yung confidential funds sa Office of the Vice President at saka sa DepEd. So ngayon, yung impeachment nila, pati yung pagiging Vice Mayor ni Inday Sara, kinalkal mula 2007 ha, anak ng kamote. No, dito pa lang sablay na naman. Tuloy oh.
Grabe po kayo nito sa pamilya na I'd just like to note lang po yung mga subpoenas regarding kay sa subpoenas regarding her sa atin. Powerfully po subpoena said na it's a form of fishing expedition. That's why we objected to the motion raised by the panel. Pero sa pinili po ba, pwede pa po natin makontrol dito or mag-prevent itong pagkakas ng salin. Kasi yun nga, as lumusubigas nga sa legal expert saying na it's a fishing expedition. Kaya baka nga po ito sa nangyari sa Corona Impeachment Trial na fishing expedition. So, what's your take po doon sa mga subpoena sa salin, ni PPN, pati na rin yung mga back records na rin kay PPN at kay Atty. Max Carpio?
Correct. I think I've made this clear and also, again, say that if the objection of the respondent goes into the matter of jurisdiction, meaning does the committee have any power or authority to conduct a mini trial or whatever it is that they will call it, including the examination and cross-examination of witnesses, issuance of compulsory processes for the introduction, reception, and examination of evidence. Our position has been made clear in the letter. That authority and all the incidents of that authority should only be exercised by the Senate. Because why? Again, we go back under Article 11, Section 3, Paragraph 6. It's only the Senate that can conduct trial, that can examine witnesses, that can cross-examine witnesses, that can issue subpoena for the production of evidence.
Baon na baon. Ano, Luistro, gusto nyo pa? Alam nyo kasi, naintindihan natin itong mga buhaya, no? Gigil na gigil, si Inday Sara na ma-impeach. ang problema nga, sa sobrang gigil nila, nagiging double standard sila. Hindi na po nila iniisip yung kanilang ginagawa kung ito ba ay sumusunod sa konstitusyon o nilalabag na nila ang konstitusyon. Ito yung hindi nila napapansin. Ang gusto lang nila, impeach si Inday Sara, ipatawag si Inday Sara, sumagot si Inday Sara. Pero wala silang pakialam na yung batas pala ay niyurakan na ho nila. Yan ang maliwanag sinabi ni attorney. Ang tanging gagawa lang ho ng trial ay ang impeachment court. Sino ba ho ang impeachment court? Senate, Senado. Kayo mga buhaya dyan sa Kongreso, kayo yung tatayong prosecutor. So ngayon, kung gusto ninyo maglatagan na ng ebidensya, maglatagan na ng mga ribat-ribat dyan, legal battle na, dalhin nyo na sa plenaryo ang impeachment labang kay Inday Sara. Doon na po natin, doon, bumoto kayo. Sina-challenge namin kayo. Magbotohan kayo. Kung sa tingin ninyo, merong sufficiency in ground, sinabi naman ho ninyo yan, diniklara ho na ninyo, bakit ayaw na po ninyo i-forward sa plenaryo? Kung may ebidensya na ho kayo talaga. At doon na lang pagbubutuhan po kung i-impeach ba si Inday Sara or hindi. Alam naman natin itong mga buhayang ito, alam nila, nagawa-gawa lamang itong impeachment labang kay Inday Sara, yung Madriaga, anak ng Kagwang, bigla-bigla lang lumabas. Bakit noon hindi yan lumabas? Bakit ngayon lang? Bakit nung last impeachment wala yan? Ngayon lang kayo nakaisip? Kay Madriaga? Kasi nga, ang hinahanap ng mga ibang kongresista bago. Kaso naman, kinaladkad nila si Madriaga, anak ng kagwang, kidnapper naman, no? Sindikato naman. Yung kredibilidad, zero. Hindi po dapat maniwala ang taong bayan sa mga kriminal na kagaya ni Madriaga. Bigla-bigla lang sumulpot. Bigla-bigla lang kinuna ng affidavit ni De Lima. Kung naniwala kayo na mayroong impeachable offense si Vice President Inday Sara, magbotohan kayo sa plenaryo. Huwag kayo gumawa ng mini trial dyan sa Committee on Justice dahil pinagbabawal yan dahil hindi kayo mga abogado, hindi kayo korte, hindi kayo judge sa impeachment court. Ang hurado po ay ang mga senador. Huwag nyo naman, tangina naman talaga, sobrang abuse of power ito. Tuloy po.
If someone here earlier asked, this is akin to a preliminary investigation. You know, under the current rules of preliminary investigation and inquest proceedings, even the matter of deciding or resolving the complaint is only limited to the complaint and the counter affidavits of the respondent and other affidavits and the evidence at hand. Nothing beyond evidence at hand. And let me clarify this because it might be that the idea that just because the respondent did not appear and sent a letter instead through the lawyers stating the reasons for non-appearance, which raises issues of jurisdiction, doesn't mean that she or us or we are just raising technical issues. Because I think every lawyer knows that the matter of jurisdiction is always substantive. Cannot even be waived, cannot even be subject of any agreement. Once a body, once a tribunal acts beyond the powers vested in it by the Constitution, that can't be allowed.
Talaga naman, no? Pinipilit kasi nila na mag-mini trial. Ngayon, mahanapan na naman butas itong mga hinayupak, mangingiyak-ngiyak na naman.
Sir, just to be categorical about it. So may plan kayo to question the unconstitutional proceeding sa House. So kailan kayo mag-decide na mag-file na ng petition sa Supreme Court? And second po, ano po yung magiging action natin next? Meron bang tatlong hearings pa ang House Committee on Justice? So ganito lang po yung scenario natin na walang aatin ng mga lawyers except sa mga aatin kayo dahil may subpoena kayo. Walang aatin na lawyers and even si Vice President Sara Duterte.
Well, number one, hindi ko po sinabing may plano. Ang sinasabi ko lang po is, of course, there's always that possibility. Maraming nag-frame the past few weeks. Sinasabi, kaya mga yan sa Supreme Court. As if it's a wrong thing. Our job as lawyers is to protect the client and the rights of the client against harassment and all of these kinds of things. And sa ngayon, ang sinasabi namin is that is always a possibility. Especially since, hindi ko lang sinabi ni Atty. Sheila, our objection to the proceedings is fundamental. Hindi to mere technicality. We are saying na ang sinasagawa ngayon ng committee, at least sa aming pananaw at sa aming posisyon, is labas na sa kapangyarihan nila dahil yung trial, mini-trial, double trial is really vested upon the Senate. Ngayon, pagdating sa susunod na hearings, hindi po na kami magdokumento ma'am tungkol dyan. Dahil syempre we are monitoring the developments as they come. And as lawyers, although of course, we are ready to anticipate anything and everything that comes, we are also not inclined to telegraph what we plan to do.
Good afternoon po, Alay Tingko from IBC.
Sige.
Whenever the Senate conduct the hearing, can we expect your appearance as well as the appearance of the Sara?
Again, I think our letter is clear. We cannot participate in a proceeding that we think is unconstitutional. We cannot have the Vice President appear before a body exercising a power or authority that is vested by the Constitution in another tribunal.
Tama yan.
You notice from the letter that we sent on March 24, 2026, the penultimate paragraph of that is pretty clear that considering that the requests, motions, or similar efforts aimed at obtaining evidence through processes that necessarily presuppose lawful authority and proper jurisdiction, then, which this case we believe is absent, that we cannot participate in the proceedings. This is not even something new. This is something that every lawyer questioning the jurisdiction of the court on behalf of his or her client.
Tama yan, kasi bitag po yan. Pag pumunta kayo dyan, ma'am, fishing expedition na naman, kagayong ginagawa noong 2025. Tuloy lang natin ng konti.
Parang iteration na ng question. So since you are not recommending the jurisdiction of the committee, hindi niyo po ito comply ang any subpoena na hindi expected si Vice President o yung na mag-appear sa House hearings. Ano po?
Let me clarify that. Baka ma-misconstrue it. What we are not recognizing is the authority or power to conduct mini trial. Now, with respect to the power of the House of Representatives to initiate impeachment proceedings, that's stated in the Constitution, we recognize that. Again, what we do not recognize is the authority to conduct any form of trial.
Dali ang mga buhaya dito, pamini-mini trial kayo, nagbumirang tuloy.
We can't tell you yet what will happen in the next weeks until the committee concluded its proceedings because, as you know, the committee has just finished the hearing this afternoon, and we have yet also to receive any invitation or notice for the next hearing. But what I can tell you is that every step that we will take from here on is deliberate. And those steps would be primarily to protect the interests of our client.
Attorney Paula, so to reiterate and to end also the question of Congresswoman Lima Carrillo. So in favor to attend the Vice President and also your team, designate your waiving your right to attend proceedings. So we do not expect anyone from the team to come to proceedings. So,
No, I think that's also clear from the letter. In fact, it's explicit in the letter. Let me read again. As timely stated in the appearance and consolidated answer, both made at Cotelam, the respondent does not waive any jurisdictional or other objections she has to these proceedings, nor her right to seek appropriate legal remedies. I think that's quite clear.
Grabe, ang talino ng abogada ni Inday Sara. Walang panama si Jinky Luistro dito, pati si Redon.
Could you clarify?
questioning the jurisdiction. So
What is it that you're asking? That is the respondent waiving her right to present evidence? Of course not. Right to the proceedings.
the one raised by the
No, definitely not. I think, again, the letter is clear, and our position from the start, starting from the appearance at Cotelam and the consolidated verified answer at Cotelam, up to this point, when I said the letter is clear, the Vice President's not waiving any of her rights. Now, if you're asking me, is she waiving her right to present evidence? Definitely, or participation in the proceedings? She will participate before the proper court, before the body that has jurisdiction to drive the case against her.
Correct, sa Senado.
Yes, because again, we just have to read the Constitution. The Constitution says, Section 3, Paragraph 6, Article 11, that it is the Senate that shall have the sole power to try and decide all cases of impeachment.
Attorney Paula, there's anyone to talk.
Puta, pahiya kayo ngayon.
Other persons who subpoena and documents also Sally and President and other documents. So generally, how do you describe what you see? How do you assess the state of the Vice President?
Well, to us, really, we're questioning the proceedings themselves. So I don't want to try to describe it, masasamang bite ako sa isang description. But really, to us, all these things go beyond the powers of initiating an impeachment complaint. And that is why we have already stated on the record our fundamental objection to the proceedings that are being conducted at the moment.
And clearly, for you, it was already in
Well, for us, ma'am, again, our position is that yung mini-trial na salita, hindi sa amin ang galing. Yan ay galing sa ibang tao. Pangalawa, again, I'd like to reiterate the position. Kung evaluation lang na dapat gawin dito, ay kung ito ay dadalhin, i-recommend, no? Na dadalhin sa plenaryo, kakaroon ng articles of impeachment that will be transmitted to the Senate, dapat ang gagawin dito, ang evaluation na gagawin dito ay limited lamang doon sa mga complaints at doon sa mga naka-attach sa complaints. Kasi doon mo malalaman kung may basihan ba talaga, kung meron ba talagang impeachable offense laban sa ating Vice Presidente.
Tama ka dyan, Attorney Uhayan. Atrasado na sila sa mini-trial na pinagmayabang nila, na ito naman ay nagamit ng legal team ni Vice President Inday Sara at pinangandakan ngayon na walang jurisdiction po ang Committee on Justice sa ginagawa nilang mini-trial. Dahil ang magtatrial lang po sa impeachment ay ang impeachment court, walang iba, ang Senado. So ano kayo ngayon? Iyak na naman si Luistro dito.